Lovely, John. Just tricked you there. Look at 7. That's got to be reviewed, especially on the Perfectdraft Pro. And I just find out how you especially when I'm oh, Jesus. Good afternoon, people. PJT, rate my beer, and see, so just we weren't sure what we were doing, were we? And I came across Weltenburger, Kloster, Keller Bier, and I said, right, we haven't reviewed this. 5% ABV. As soon as we got the Keller Bier, which Michelle's been kindly drinking for me, the Fransizkaner Keller Bier in a Perfectdraft, I said, well, make it more interesting, we'll put them together and see how good this one is. Obviously, we've had it before a few times. A few of the brand are pretty decent. Do they stand up to
what is one of my personal favourites? Oh, it's got a lot to stand up to. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people will argue that if it comes from Germany and it's bottled, then it's second to none, even if it's not. Just saying.
We will see.
But we will see. That's our opinion and others' opinion, which I get. Right. I'll pour. I won't bother turning the camera around because hey. Hey, look at this. You can tell I've done this before. Do you know what? I don't quite get all yours in. So, there is a proper German pour, and there is a pour not so good.
That's one not so good.
Oh dear. They're moaning at me on Facebook groups for posting non-Perfectdraft pictures. But like I was saying, the way Facebook's going, I'd have any picture at the moment, personally. I know. God, you can't please some people, can you?
Variety is the spice of life, people. Okay.
That's it, just because it was green, maybe, I don't know, who knows?
So.
Maybe.
Okay. Slightly more hazy on the Fransizkaner. Yeah. Similar colours though.
Similar colour. Obviously this is going to have more bubbles because that's a nucleated glass, that's a non-nucleated. As I was saying to you this way before the video, I did say be careful with the pour, otherwise you shouldn't.
It's alright, I managed.
Because I told you, that's why. It's like, of course you managed.
Okay, so let's have a smell.
So this is, as I say, a Facebook group, a keg exchange. It's very popular.
Okay.
I didn't think it was anything to shout about, if I'm honest, but that was some time ago, but it was alright.
Ooh, aroma is quite similar.
I'll take your word for it then.
You're not even going to have a sniff. I'm going to have a sniff.
I don't need to. I don't need to. I've got a cold anyway, so.
Okay. So.
I trust her judgment, people. That's how much. You know, on a day when we should be reviewing a stout, but we didn't get it yet. If we even do. Tricky one, the old stout, you know, the collaboration of Vocation and our friends at Brew York.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to go and try this one.
Yep. And this is really popular. Although it was bubbles. I can't take his word for anything.
Yeah, that's quite pleasant. Nice, bready, malty.
Yeah, that is.
There's something underlying there that's a little bit zesty, maybe, or fruity. Very, very subtle.
Because this isn't Munich, is it, this one? Whoa, look Look at that.
That might well have added to the flavour.
It has, because I can see the bits
It's
flying around. You won't see them on the camera, but
not quite so clear now. It's a little bit more hazy.
oh, Wally, eh? They made. Oh no, I'm not even going there. Oh dear. Right, so let's have another shot on that, because that does look like a, what would you call that? Like a dishwater?
It's got a slight haziness to it, yeah.
It looks dirty, doesn't it?
It doesn't. It's not brown. It's a lovely ambery orange.
And there is some sediment flying around in it. Did that taste better at the end?
It's added a little bit to the mouthfeel. Actually, you can feel that sediment went in there.
On to the, not the King, but the King's brand. You're talking Keller Bier, you're talking, when you talk about Fransizkaner, in my opinion, you talk about a Keller Bier, that there's nothing coming anywhere near. I don't care what people say. I know we can all have our own opinions, and I get that, but I get this feeling that because Keller Bier was like here through certain people, that people kind of put it, like to the right a little bit in a certain beer group, when it doesn't really go to the right. It should go to the left, and if it's a keg that you can complain about where it's flat or it's something, it's always this one.
Well, for me, it's an outstanding beer. It's got a little bit more of that biscuity kind of aftertaste to it that I really, really enjoy.
It's got, I've said this before with the kegs, it's got more depth, but it's not just the depth, it's more full of flavour. It's only 0.2 in it, so 5 and 5.2.
Lovely and smooth, which they both are actually. I have to give this one its due. This is a good beer. It's smooth, it's got a nice palate to it.
Been going since 1050, it's nearly as old as you.
Nearly.
But not quite as old, but yeah, no, it's a decent beer, this Keller. It's better than I thought it was through last time. Don't get me wrong, but for me, it's not at the races with the Fransizkaner before I'd even tried it, because obviously
it's got a sweetness on the malt that the Fransizkaner hasn't got. This is more biscuity.
Yeah, but then the sweetness could work for some people. I get that. It's all about a subjective opinion, which we all have.
It's the aftertaste on this that really does it for me.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I like the maltiness that you get in there, slight graininess, but it's that lovely biscuity aftertaste that I really do enjoy with this.
Well, yeah, I don't normally take a female's perspective on things a lot, because the females are the penny and everything, but when it comes to this beer, and I've actually been in Munich with you, and you've chose this beer over countless beauties, does show your appreciation of this drink.
I really enjoy this drink. It's one of those ones that I will go to because it doesn't make me feel bloated. I always enjoy it, whatever the weather, whatever the mood, which for me is quite, something, because I'm a bit of a mood drinker. I like different beers.
You have a few moods,
situations. And I'm going to get in a real mood with you, and one day I'm going to make you wear a blimmin' pinny on one of these reviews. Mark my words. So this is a beer for all occasions for me. Yeah. I find it really is easy drinking.
It's not the best the brand has to offer. If I was talking about the best the brand has to offer, I would say the King. I would say the standard the standard Fransizkaner. Kind of put that to bed like that puts that to bed. But yeah, it is just my opinion. I think sales would tell you that as well, whether you're talking England or Germany. But it's great. It's a great addition on the PD. Something we went on about for 2 years. We never ever thought it would happen, and it did, because they were missing a trick. And there's not only you or me. There's a lot of love for it in the beer groups.
People who like me find it a really sessionable drink. It's that kind of drink.
Yeah.
Gives you a nice mellow buzz. It's not too strong.
I mean, we know that on beer groups they do like to moan, don't they? A lot of them. It's like doom and gloom and that, but there was a lot of love for this, which is good, and it's great. It's great that it's here. It's definitely staying, which was confirmed before Dan went absent without leave, unfortunately, due to be driven away from certain Facebook groups. But there you go. Yeah, if I was rating the other one, I'd give it a fair 7.
I was going to say that if I was going to give it a rating, it would probably be a 7. It's good. You can tell it's a Keller beer. It's just that little bit sweeter for me. It doesn't have the depth of taste that the Fransizkaner's got. So it's a nice beer. I would drink it again, but I still prefer this one.
Right. What can we say? I'm on the same. Bonjour, people.
Bye.